How's it going, folks? So I had a band reach out to me recently and asked if I would check out one of their songs. So, of course, I said absolutely. I would be more than happy to. And the name of this band is Ulthar, and the name of this song is Ganar o Morir. Morir. Yeah, so I'm really curious about this. I'm looking forward to checking it out. So, without further ado, let's jump on in and give this a listen, shall we? Rangers, go.
Puedo ver un nuevo amanecer.
very interesting song there. I wasn't sure, of course, quite what to expect, but it was a bit different than I anticipated. It really is mostly, I would say, an instrumental track with just a little bit of vocals here and there, kind of like in the beginning, and then you get like the chorus, and then there's just more, instrumentals and all that stuff, and then you get like the chorus again at the end. So very curious. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. It's something that I would have to listen to the song again, to kind of try to come to terms with the structure of the song. Because it's a bit different. So it's like I have to really sort of wrap my head around it. So, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Choice for structure, but at the same token, it's different. So that's also kind of cool, when something is, somewhat defies expectations. So yeah, I like the whole way that the song begins and all that. You get some vocals and you get like the scream, which of course was tight, and then it kind of starts ripping. And then I thought it was cool too how the music kind of goes away and then it gradually starts fading back in. I thought that was pretty cool too. So there's some neat little creative touches in here that I thought were neat. I really like the bass in this song. You really hear the bass slapping, I thought that was really cool. It really gives the song some oomph. There was a little bit of kind of symphonic elements in times, which again always adds a nice little extra flavor to the song. I thought it was used quite well, and the drums were done really well also. But the guitar is really kind of the takes the spotlight in this song. I mean, there's some crazy shredding going on. The song itself is quite speedy. Once you get past like the intro and stuff, it really kind of starts ripping, and a little thrashy at times. You get kind of minor little breakdown sort of elements in there as well. So there's some real heaviness, there's some thrashiness. The power metal aspect, I would say, comes mostly from like the vocals and the chorus and like the power metal screams and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the guitar is really just going wild in this song. Like I said, I mean, there's some crazy shredding, there's some really nice melodies, and again, just some real heaviness, some real speedy riffing going on, and I thought that was really cool. It's tough for me to do like a full breakdown of this song because again, like I kind of have to listen to it again. There's a whole lot happening musically, or well, mainly with the guitar throughout this song, where I was having a hard time kind of coming to terms with where we were in the song and kind of what direction that we were going. It didn't have kind of like a clear defined structure, because once the instrumentals start going, it's kind of happening a lot. I thought that there would be like a section, then we get back to like maybe some verses or things like that, but then it just kind of keeps going. And again, you have a little bit of breakdown element, you have the solo kind of element, you have the real speedy riffing going on. It was just really interesting, and then so that whole instrumental section there, like, in the core of the song, it kind of goes right into the solo and all that. And then you get the chorus back one final time, and then the song's like over. So it felt a little bit like a whirlwind. And so, it's difficult for me to really, just I had a hard time coming to terms with the song just on the single listen. So I'd have to listen again, kind of listen more closely to the instrumentals and kind of determine what's happening. But it's a very curious design choice for the song, quite unexpected. And again, it's like kind of like a glorified instrumental track with just a little bit of vocals in there, which is very interesting. But part of me wishes there was a little bit more of like the vocals in there, because I did like the melody and the chorus. I thought that was cool, and then the guitar kind of just goes wild. It almost sounded like a live song, a song that they do live, and then instead of the song being like 3.5 to 4 minutes or whatnot, there's like a whole like 5 minute just guitar shredding section in there. That's for the live version only. It kind of had that sort of vibe to it as well. So very curious song. There's a lot of talent here though. These folks, they really know what they're doing musically, and I like the vocals. I like that chorus. It's not a bad chorus. It's a nice melody to it. The screams were good. I'm just very curious to hear something else from these folks, and kind of see what their vibe is. See if this is kind of par for the course for this band, if this is something that they do often, or if this was kind of like, an experiment, if you will. But yeah, interesting. Any of you folks out there that are real into just guitar shredding and all that stuff, I think there's a lot that you'll like here, because opposite of me, you'll be like, oh man, that was so tight with the guitar just going wild most of this song, and the vocals and stuff were kind of minimal. It really is kind of just a personal preference at this point, but very curious. And again, I would like to listen to this song again so I can kind of determine a structure. But yeah, it's just wild, especially that guitar just really, really goes wild. But again, yeah, there's a lot of talent here, so I'll have to check out more from these folks and kind of see what they're all about. And yeah, so interesting stuff. I'm very, very curious to know what y'all thought of this song. So please let me know in the comments. Are you familiar with this band already? And just what you think of this song? So let's talk about it, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger out.